All right, was there a real fan made this 2026? Okay, so I'm gonna be honest with you. Half of it, in this filter, I'm talking about the first and fourth dimension was my shit. Literally, they were showing my shit all throughout fucking fan base. So it was half me, half Popo evaluation, third, fan made, but not how it regularly is. So fan made was filtered to COVID. Okay, so what that means is that specific references for me, only certain people went, and half the shit they're aligned with my shit. So anyway, let me tell you something. It's very unfortunate, but what ended up happening, and the reason for this video is that it actually ended up to be a bad world. I'm talking about literally a big mirage we got from the past. Literally, when my friend literally saying, "Oh, it's family," literally, "Oh, don't think it's real. Nobody's allowed in. This and that," but they're still playing. What that meant was, my friend was improvising. I don't want to say her name yet because it's disrespect, all right? Because what happened was there was a perfect OKR, like a brilliant rebirth of souls, but it was on a high school level, literally. Whenever I tell you about manipulation, literally, and how it's, quality over quantity, what ends up happening, right? Is that literally, he ends up being there, for the delegacy, but guess what's even more, I'm in an inner dialogue. So it was actually, so there's two parts of it. Fanime 2026 literally was hip-hop, this is that, by default, with evolution, but there was also, less cosplays, meaning that overall, literally, it was a fake, Fanime, but it was, real, as you could buy your ticket, you can go there, all right? So anyway, that means it was filtered, all right? So, what ends up happening, right? Literally is that she's playing with Ukuyara, right? Literally my friend, Leah, all right? Literally, so, what she did was she played around with Ukuyara, she played around with all her friends. I don't know where she got those from, but, what ended up happening was they were playing outside in the park, and the Ginyu Force was there, all right? Literally like fucking Jace, Burger, Captain Ginyu, everybody was there, including Frieza, all right? Literally, but guess what ended up happening? I ended up like in my video, I recognized, they knew too much, all right? Literally, because what they did was they said it straight, okay? But in our actuality of it, literally, the point of this video is that it was a mirage, because what Leah did was she tamed down Ukuyara, literally, when they were playing, literally, when they were talking all about COVID shit, in the middle, all right? And, what ended up happening was that was a mirage that was since I was younger, literally, "Oh, it's family, this is that," and plus she won on the last day. Yes, I know it's cringy, I don't want to say it out loud. We all know what truly happened, literally, when we thought it was this Saturday, for you get to a Sunday. Anyway, with that being said, with the Ginyu Force being there, with the original whole story as that they were going to, Kamea-con, all right? Literally, that was hosted by Goshen. That was back in the days, when I first met Geekdom, all right? That's the con that C hosted, all right? Literally, so, that's really telling you a lot about this video, okay? Literally, so it's for picky and choosers, all right? Because what you did was you called out the quality after I called out the quality in large bundles of quality, all right? It's true. It's really true, okay? So what ends up happening is Leah is my friend, I even have her, on Facebook, okay? Literally, so what ends up happening, right, is that she posted, for a healer like Orihime, all right? Now, that's good to land on Kingdom Hearts. What ended up happening was he ended up, being her best friend. Literally, what happened is how I met Leah. Literally, and there are other, people. Oh, this is back in the golden days. This is when I first met Jordan, when I had, a pair of, boxing gloves, literally, that I bought from Big Five, literally, that I paid shit all over them like Killing Run, and then I got a Sharpie, alright? Literally, those were the golden fucking days. Literally, I'll post, "Oh, I'm hosting something for my birthday" on fucking Facebook. Literally, then my mom will literally ask me questions out loud, like if somebody literally wants to come to your party, then you can't keep your autism. Those were the golden days, I'm telling you. It's true. It's absolutely fucking true. What ended up happening was she was the only Beast cosplayer she did on the last day. Literally, because I knew you counted the days, literally. So it was the 23rd or something. No, 23rd, literally, is when this shit happened, literally, I'm telling you. So it's true. So the Frieza was there, literally, my girl was there, literally, everybody, was there. But it was, cracking like and popping like how you thought it was. Alright? So Resident Real, it was half real, all right? The whole point of this video is that I landed on Mad World, literally one of the biggest punk rock mirages from the past. This looks so cool. It's such a popular kid, literally at a time when the world is decaying, all right? It's decaying, real fast and big, but that's the truth, all right? You can't hold that over somebody. That's what a scientist and NASA doesn't get. It will never get that you called out the quality and the quality of a person, then all of a sudden he's so Ukuyara, all right? It's true. It's really fucking true. Anyway, that's a quickie. I'm glad you got the full delivery for this video.